Light goes on. Moonwalk at 3:10 as they jump. They're off and they're racing. Corso Venezia landed first. Away quickly split the G. Ole Grande goes forward. Also taking up a forward spot. Fiery Spark to settle outside of Ole Grande through the first 250. Solar Crest is up there travelling fourth. Split the G wants to throw the head around. The pace is a little bit muddling. Corso Venezia is down on its inside. Then came Moonwalk. Sometime Lucky. 3 deep in the run down the riverside of the track. Further back is Hol Enough when they got going from October Rocks, and back there last of all Rubens Sealing as Ole Grande with a handbrake on from Carberry at the 800 led them. Ole Grande arches up the neck, leads the way. Fiery Spark is running second. Now they're 2 clear of Split the G, who's overdone things a little behind those. Solar Crest is on the slide moving around them. It got to third before the home turn. Corso Venezia is on the rails inside of that pair. Then Sometime Lucky starting to build, working into it. They're about to quicken here at the 400. Back behind them is Moonwalk. She's got a wall of horses in front of her. So's Hol Enough. At the top of the home straight, Ole Grande, Fiery Spark, Split the G to the outside of them. Now being fully tested as Hol Enough, Corso Venezia start to run on. So does Sometime Lucky and Rubens Sealing. Rubens Sealing down the extreme outside, goes up, grabs the lead from Sometime Lucky, and it's Rubens Sealing. Rubens Sealing lands the money narrowly from Sometime Lucky. Hol Enough behind them, Split the G, Moonwalk in what was a muddlingly run race. They were followed by Fiery Spark, Corso Venezia, October Rocks next home, followed by Solar Crest, and the pacemaker dropped right out. Ole Grande to run last. Rubens Sealing, the Northern Maiden winner, comes to the city for the first time and goes bang. Backed in from 16 Thursday to run 750 here on Saturday. They've filled up their bags with Rubens Sealing, the Boy Hill stable, the King's Legacy 3-year-old. Makes it 2 starts, 2 wins. Coming from the back to do it, beating Sometime Lucky, Hol Enough and Split the G. Muddlingly run race to say the least, 125.39. They just absolutely dawdled. It was a pedestrian pace. And this is kicked home off the back as they've done here in the first part of the day. There's a pattern emerging. The back markers are right to the fore. The first winner came from last. The second winner came from off the speed. And this, the third winner's come from near the tail as well to round them all up. Rubens Sealing by King's Legacy from Mansira. The winner, Rubens Sealing, is raced by Ryan Hill, M. Wilson, A. Murphy, Dr. Kim Rose, also Dave Houston, Grant Burns and Dr. E. Hill, prepared by Boy Hill, Brad Parnham aboard, and they've landed very good bets. A short neck the margin, coming from off the pace in 34.91 in a very slowly run, 1400, 125.39, 5342. The placing. Sometime Lucky was back there and wide as well in a nice return to racing by Toronado, Steve Parnham for Neville Parnham, and 4 Hol Enough third in by Justify, Clint Johnston Porter for trainer Michael Grantham. Split the G went a bit keen over the speed. Moonwalk probably not suited at all by the tempo of the race, needed more of that, but it certainly has not impacted upon Rubens Sealing or the runner-up for that matter, and Rubens Sealing very good at its Metropolitan debut. So the margins are short neck by 1 length in a dawdle to race number 3. The fourth is the National Thoroughbred Week handicap over 1,200 metres. No scratchings. Let's go downstairs here, and this is a great result for Ryan Hill. They didn't forget to label this one on Thursday when the markets first came out there on Tab Touch, and they just went bang.
Thanks, Darren. That they did. $16 into around $8 in the end as Ryan Hill joins me now. Ryan, did you have something on?
He's been a very good horse to us on the punt. But no, that's the honest truth. He was massive over his first up. But, you know, you've got some good owners in the horse that don't talk too much. So, no, he's been super. Obviously, the only reason Brad didn't ride him the other day is because it was his anniversary. So, and that probably $16 was overs probably, and the plan was to go forward until we got here, and then like just you watch them first 2 races, and that's why he's, like, I've got, you know how much confidence I got in Brad. Like, he just gave that an absolute 10 out of 10, didn't he? So followed the horses run second and got the job done.
You know what it's like riding these horses. You educate them in a certain way, and obviously he led all the way to break maiden status. Were you concerned at all that you were trying to teach him a new trick come race day?
No, because we'd hidden him in trials. So no, but in also he's such a beautiful horse. He's got the best temperament. You watch him in the yard beforehand. He just cruises around like nothing phases him. Like, you know, he's bred to get 2400 and further. You know, so we really like the horse. We sort of. It was meant to be our Derby horse, but then when the markets opened at 100-1 for the guineas, I thought we'd better take some of that as well. So look, he will go on that path, but whether it's all a bit too soon for him, I'll speak to Brad and see what he wants to do.
So I dare say, reading between the lines, he goes to a Faritha, all going well en route to a guineas?
Yeah, and you'll know how good he is because if Brad's on him and sticks, and I couldn't get him to stick with London's Image for Christ's sake. So but he is a really nice horse. But if it's not this prep, I really like him for the Derby.
Really nice result, well done.
Thank you.
There's Ryan Hill. That has to be post-race interview of the day, all wrapped up. Here's Brad Parnham catching up with Scotty.
5, 3, 4 and 2. Brad Parnham joins us now. Bradley, a horse that I'm sure you didn't know a lot about coming into the mounting yard today.
Yeah, not really. Only sort of what I saw on the replay and trials and that. But yeah, look, to Hilly's credit, he was sort of happy to let me do my own thing. But he did say that he'd prefer me not to be punching the breeze. So came out neutral and just sort of found the back of Dad's good one and brought us into the straight, and things worked out real good from there.
Boy Hill's just started to talk about WA Guineas. Does he feel like he's a horse that can continue to improve and go to that sort of level?
Well, he won a Saturday now, so he probably got to look at those sort of options. But yeah, he hasn't put a foot wrong in his 2 starts, so yeah, I think it's worth having a look and seeing how he measures up and go from there.
Magnificent Andy?
Yeah, look, we know he's a horse who gives 100% every time. He's carrying a little bit of extra weight today, but he's earned that, so I expect him to run a good race. If he wins, that's great, but if not, I think he'll run a good race anyway.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. He combines with his great mate in Ryan Hill with Rubens Healing to take out race 3 here at Ascot.